Hello and welcome to Baseplate Reviews. So it seems that leaving your house for a week when it's -40 weather isn't the ideal thing to do. We had a minor disaster in the house with a load of ice build up in the windows because we had the humidifier going. These are the things you don't know when you move to a very cold country. Of course that ice built up just in the window ledges there and then subsequently melted, so we had some minor water damage. Actually the Lego room has been pretty okay, but normally up in this window I have the blinds down and have some cars in there plus the A-frame cabin and also the Rise of Domo, the Eternal ship. So just for now I've had to just move all of that out of the window and move the tables away from there just to dry it out a bit after giving it a good clean, but hopefully should have that all back in place. And today we are actually going to review the gift with purchase just here, which is the retro food truck 40681. I will, after showing you the unfortunate movement of the tables and clearing that out, get to the review in just a moment. So today we've got the retro food truck 40681, 310 pieces, sitting in the icons range with the 18 plus on it. I don't think it'll really be an 18 plus style build with just the 310 pieces, but these ones that come out this time of year as gifts with purchase are often referred to as the kind of modular gifts with purchase. They both sit under that icons range, and there's normally some kind of overlap between two things. I think I've said before, I don't really see that this is going to overlap with the Natural History Museum. Last year we had the Jazz Club, and that came, or at the same time, a gift with purchase that came with that was a moving truck. Seems to go a bit better. But anyway, let's get this open and see what we're working with. As I open it, just to mention, did have a bit of damage to the box on this one. Just the black boxes get that white mark, so was never going to save this as kind of an investment piece. Let's see how many bags we've got. Okay, looks like we've got 4 bags. They are numbered, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and just a handful of stickers there. That's literally a handful, 5. But now that we've got that, there's your instruction manual. But now that we've got this, let's get it built and see what it looks like for real. So that build was actually a little more involved than I initially thought, and from the base isn't a completely standard vehicle at all. There are some nice touches as you build the truck, and I particularly like the way the golden ninja claws have been used to create the impression of some fries in McDonald's style boxes ready to be served. That was probably my favourite touch in the set actually. The truck's a relatively unique colour, and I can't think of many vehicles that have used the light royal blue colour scheme other than the Harry Potter Ford Anglias. Hey, we're getting another of those this year. To be fair, it's always come as part of a bigger set, so actually getting it as a cheap standalone vehicle is pretty nice. Other than the fairly unique colour, the other defining feature of this one is the red and white canopy that can be folded up when serving or down when driving. It's a cool build, but I would say it's just a little too chunky for my liking. Another foldable part is the condiments table / shelf at the back of the truck. It's functional when folded out, but folds up nicely, and because of the somewhat distinctive rear lights taking away the focus, isn't noticeable when folded up. I've seen the truck described as unmistakably French in design, but I hadn't picked that up personally until it was pointed out to me. I think the type of truck it best resembles is probably a Renault Estafette, which certainly isn't as iconic as a VW bus, but is pretty cool. It was in production from 1959 to 1980, so if this set was indeed based on that, then it certainly is retro in design. There were 5 stickers in the set in total, but 2 were for the sandwich board and are just fine. One was for the grille's controls and another for the rear number or license plate, with only one really significant one on the non-serving side of the truck. It's a nice sticker in and of itself, but as ever with the whites, a noticeably different shade to the white Lego it sits on. Quel surprise. The minifigures are absolutely bog standard stuff, with both heads in 12 sets and the customer's torso in 11 sets total. There's no alternate faces for either, which is to be expected with the figure with the hearing aid, and the other minifig has a baseball cap, so would never have an alternate face either. They're fine for the set, but nothing to get excited about at all. I think it would maybe have been nice to get a dog with the set, but instead have made do with posing the French bulldog that came with Natural History Museum for some pics here. I'm perfectly happy with the set. I didn't pay anything extra for it, and it'll work somewhere in my city in the future, likely at a temporary vendor market or something like that. In comparison to last year's moving truck that came out as a gift with purchase with the Jazz Club, it's not so good in my opinion, although the main draw of that one was the way all of the furniture stacked inside the back of the truck perfectly. Overall this is nice, but nothing to get too excited about, and if you missed out on this then don't beat yourself up too much. It may well be available again later in the year, and if it's stacked up with something like double insiders points, then would be worth trying to get. So I remain pretty unconvinced that this has anything to do with the Natural History Museum there, but we do have to remember that Lego don't say that this is an official gift with purchase that is related to the modular buildings. That is just an informal kind of thing that Lego fans refer to this as the Modular GWP. It certainly doesn't really do a lot for me. I think that a museum would normally have its own kind of cafe or something like that. Obviously this one doesn't, and I think that's just really down to size constraints. If you put that in the museum, you would just end up losing a load of display space. Doesn't mean this isn't any good, I just don't see that it really links to the Natural History Museum, other than maybe the French Bulldog from the Natural History Museum after one of the hot dogs there. I hope you enjoyed that review of the retro food truck, plus the quick update about the Lego room and what a fool I'd been leaving the house's humidifier on in minus 40 degree weather whilst we sunned ourselves 3,000 miles away. If you did, then please leave a like, and if you haven't already, then please consider subscribing. I've got a couple of builds coming up that I'm pretty excited for, especially the biggest and most expensive ever Lego Friends set. Thanks for watching and be good.